What exactly are we talking about?
Politics.
Sports.
Education.
We'll tell you anything you want to hear.
We talk, you listen.
Big's Golf Talk.
Well, here you all are, waiting to hear my broadcast. How very nice of you.
Big's Golf Talk.
America is talking
And yakety yak!
blah, blah, blah.
It's all about talk.
A place for information, advice, golf news, golf reviews, and of course, golf humor.
Do you know who this is?
Big's Golf Talk.
Comes highly recommended. You're going to feel better if you talk to him.
That's the fact, Jack. Now we'll talk.
Big's Golf Talk is presented by Tour Edge Golf, golf's most solid investment. Pound for pound, nothing comes close. BGT is also sponsored in part by The Distance Shoe, Squares Shoes, proof, not promise. Anson Belt and Buckle, premium belts for everyday use. AnsonBelt.com. Encore Golf, The Claw Glove by Caddy Daddy, Photo Ball Marker, and UFO Tour Golf. Connect with Big's Golf Talk on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Big's Golf Talk. Subscribe with us on YouTube and iTunes, Amazon Music, and the Google Play Music Store. We're also available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Alexa devices. Well, that's a fact, Jack. I am a Big John Quick. He is the golf father, Bill Cuevas. He is the wisest man in golf. And that is Greg Wise from Golf the Wise Way and Golf Central,
Golf Central Magazine.
Yeah, Golf Central Magazine. We have your mic on? Are we on?
I don't hear. Yeah, there we go. Now,
How about now?
There we go.
Ooh,
we
I
have the
can hear
mics
me.
flipped
you
for
can
some
hear
reason.
you. Yeah, we could hear me too.
All right, that's number 3, and that's number 4. All right, here we go.
We got them backwards, but
We're not used to this kind of setup. This is a brand new setup with the PGA show, and we are live at the PGA show,
live from the PGA show,
kicking it
to
off.
you.
And as you can see in our
we
shot,
see you.
yeah, there you go.
We-
Live in our shot is one of our sponsors, and trust me, folks, we arranged it this way. But in the background, you see Squares Shoes, the Distance Shoe,
and that guy in the red shirt,
not promise,
is Robert Winskowitz.
Yes,
he's over there in that red shirt over there.
He will be joining us on the show.
Yes, he will.
So we're looking forward to that.
And how cool is this being able to do a show and look at all this beauty? We got zero friction.
We are on the show floor.
Yeah, we got all kinds of Skechers. We got, of course, Squares.
Zero
On
friction.
Form, Techno Gym. That's a place we got to go check out. They got shoes everywhere. Cool shot. There's everything. We can see everything from here. I like it.
And just a little bit ways that we're going to stop by their booths, but Blue Tees.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
I
saw
saw
that.
Drew, just so we can know. Brian, I asked Drew the question because you know you're listening. We asked him the question, and he kind of sort of maybe might have spilled the beans. So, yes, and we want in. That's all I'm going to say. We want in.
I will tell you, we got here at 7 a.m., and
Yes.
we walked the floor a little bit before we set up, and we upstairs and having breakfast and stuff. And I'll tell you, the show is filled. It is back.
It is back.
Better than ever.
Yes, we have propelled ourselves forward. Thank you, Makeshift Putters, or Make Field Putters. Make Field
Absolutely.
Putters. Charles, the founder of it over there. We got him for breakfast this morning. Thank you for breakfast this morning. We appreciate you.
Orlando, Florida, hello. We're glad to be here. And, you know, we had 2 shows before. And by the way, this show is dedicated to Jacob Greeny Buckland, who lost his life a couple of days ago. And our prayers and condolences are with the family. So we're dedicating this show, tomorrow's show, and we'll have a memorial show at some point to honor his memory.
Yes, we will.
So, Greg, anything in particular that you're excited? I mean, I'm excited for the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see the new inventors showcase.
Yes, we
the
saw
new
that
product
it was
zone.
Cool. Product zone.
Well, you just took the thunder right out of my. What do you think?
You see that? He set you up. What do you think? I like this bet. And he just picked what you picked. You see that?
Well, I looked over to the side and saw Nikon, and Nikon's one of my passions, so I'll be stopping there. Fashion is going to be big.
Fashion
is big.
We're going to have the fashion lady, Mrs. Wise, with us.
Mrs. Wise, fashion the wise way. Could that be? Yes, don't look up. She's waving at us, folks, and you can't see her waving, but she's a waving. Or maybe you know what? They can see her wave. We have the technology.
We have.
We do have the
We have the technology
We
to
have
show
the
her.
technology to show.
And
Why
we
don't you
actually
show
have the
her? You should be
technology to
showing
kind
her.
of just span across the whole show floor.
Yes, we do.
If our producer would get that set up. But I'll tell you
Our
what.
producer's slacking.
Oh, by the way, Travis Harper's checking in, looking good as usual.
Travis,
gents.
where are you? Are you here?
He might be here somewhere.
He might. You think he's man? Hey, Travis, if you're here, 1961, brother, come visit.
Yeah. Anybody that's around and going to be attending the show will be here. We're here for the first 2 hours of each day, Wednesday and Thursday, and then we'll be around on the show floor doing interviews and things like that. And we may have a rover on the floor at some point.
Yep.
Where we might have interviews throughout this 2 hours. You just
Rover,
never know.
that sounds like
Red
a dog.
Rover, Red Rover, send the wisest man
What can we say?
over.
Wise man on the show, wise man on the floor. What do we? How do we call that? I don't know.
We'll send you and the missus out on assignment.
That's it.
How you
That's
like?
it.
Yeah, I like that. We send them out on assignment.
But a lot of major brands are back.
They're back in
You know,
town. Yes.
post pandemic, I think we're at full force.
Yes, we are. Looks like it so far. It seems like we're in full force. The aerial view this year is nowhere near what it was last year. It's beautiful looking at all the booths out there. There's a lot of change. Even this booth, the media center's changed. We get to, do this live show from here, right in the middle. Get to see all the people interact. I think it's amazing. I think it was a great concept to put us inside of here and interact with the rest of the people walking the floor.
Yeah. I'm just looking forward to seeing a whole lot of things that is back. And, last year, Bill, you were here, but, and I think the PGA show can acknowledge that last year wasn't their stellar year.
Yeah.
It's a way to put it.
It looked very impressive.
Yeah, it was, let's just say I got a lot of work done really, really, really fast. How's that? I did a lot of work really, really fast. This year is going to be a lot of work, though. It's going to be a lot of work because there's a lot of people here. A lot of people. We had over 200 new exhibitors this year.
Yeah,
and then 115 or so, and a new innovation. So we got a lot of stuff to cover. Plus, we have all our friends to visit that we've made over the years. We got Zero Friction right across from us this year. And we got a couple meetings set up. So it's going to be interesting to see. But I'm going to check out Putt View.
We have someone watching live right now on YouTube. From Thailand. Chris Whitehouse says, "Hey, watching from Thailand. My brother is manning my booth, number 4308, Man Cave Pictures.
4308.
Yeah, great historic golf photos, restored and colored. Check it out."
Oh,
Rover, get out of here. Hey,
let's send Rover over there.
Yes, we're gonna go visit that booth, and then we're gonna drop off something for your brother that's manning it. But we're not gonna say what we're gonna drop off.
We'll give him something for you, Chris.
Yes.
Thank you so much for checking in.
Yeah, we'll give him one and you one, Chris. Let him know we're coming.
How's golf in Thailand right now at this time of the year? Anybody would know?
I don't even know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's golf, Chris? You got to let us know because we don't know.
It's great in Orlando right now.
Yes, the weather's beautiful. It is.
It is gorgeous.
I don't know.
We haven't had a bad day, and I've been watching the news, waiting for that Louisiana
that
weather
storm
kind
that's coming?
to kind of move in. But now it's all going north. It's kind of taking a left turn.
That's because it knows that we're in town and it wants to be nice this year.
You think?
Well, normally in demo day we get hit, winds and
true.
rain.
That's true.
This is the first year that demo day wasn't blown away, not at least not by the wind. So it was good. There was a lot of cool things. You saw that? They did that. Cool.
Chris checking back in. He says, "Thanks, guys. Golf is always great. Just like the weather."
There you go.
There
The
you
weather's
go.
always great. Now we
go.
know.
Let's go to Thailand.
Let's go to Thailand. Yeah.
That'd be cool. I'm down.
Tara is checking in on Facebook.
Hi, Tara.
It's great down here in Port Charlotte, Florida, too. Yeah.
Him.
We got to get together,
Come
Tara.
here a second.
Uh-oh.
Come back. Here, come here. Something special for you.
We have a little junior golfer that we've seen walking by. Bill the Golf Hall of Cuevas had stopped him.
Don't tell nobody, though, because we're not giving this to everybody.
Only special people. This is a limited edition. By the way, special thank you to On Point Golf. And we're going to be talking with them as well sometime throughout the show.
You can't even buy this, all right? Limited edition, just for you. Go make more putts and make sure you listen. You're a future listener, all right? Thank you. Thank you for letting us
We're
know.
on camera.
That's what we want. That's the future of golf.
That's the future of golf
what
right
we
there.
need.
Yes.
So, yes, that's what we want more of. We want more kids coming by and saying hi.
A fan here at the PGA show was one of the first to receive something very special.
Here's somebody.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Security.
This gentleman is the only gentleman that calls us repeatedly when we're live on the air.
It
Doesn't pay attention to our social media. No.
He goes, I watch your social media. No, you don't.
He's actually a caddy on the LPGA.
He was caddying
players.
That's right.
Last week.
He sure did. It must have been fun. What was the average, by the way? You're here. What's the average? Tell us. His average person.
His average.
You a caddy. Double bogey. What, about 110 every round?
I guess he's not going to hire you again, is he?
No, because you know
It's
what?
all
You're
about
only
the caddy.
as good as your caddy. So you failed. Okay, we're going to get you on to talk about your failure. But at least you wore squares. That's the good thing. Well, hey, not all of us have pickleball
Hey, dude,
shoes.
let me tell you something, okay?
Hey, dudes, not all of us got pickleball shoes. You know? Some of us fought and grind with the real shoes, you know what I mean? But, this year's different.
I mean, if you're going to play pickleball, why don't you just play tennis?
We need a gate.
Yeah.
Okay, call security now. Get him out of here.
In that door.
All right,
Hey,
bro.
Steve,
Good luck.
have a good show.
That was Steve McMillan for the people that don't know, but that was him. He came to visit, say hi.
Hey, Greg, did you see my text message?
Greg, did you see
I have a pair of socks for you, Greg.
Yeah. Hey, there's some socks waiting for you back there. Just don't bother the guy in red shirt.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Things have not changed.
Yeah.
it.
Let's just bash somebody right here live on the air.
Oh,
Yeah, live. Things have not changed. Sounds good. So we got our first guest that's going to be coming up really, really soon in the next few minutes.
Bill, who is our guest list for today?
Mr. Elliott from Bridgestone. I know he's close by too because I saw
We just
him
passed
and
his
Adam.
booth.
Yeah, I saw Adam Reinberg out in the house over there. So they're not far. And speaking of, as he security clear the way for him. There it goes.
Set out the red carpet.
Look at his bodyguard. His bodyguard's clearing the way. He's almost here, folks. We got him.
All right, we're going to head into our first break. When we come back, Bridgestone Elliott Mello is going to be joining us to tell us what's been going on and what is new for 2023. More BGT TV, Biggs Golf Talk, BGT 2.0, live from the PGA Show, Orlando, Florida. We'll be right back right after this.
At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
Golfers, do you suffer from constantly buying new golf gloves?
All the time.
Does your golf glove get sweaty, crusty, or torn?
Over and over again.
Well, the innovative new Claw glove might be for you. The Claw will outlast, play cooler, and grip better than traditional leather gloves.
Side effects may include more greens hit, frequent visits from the cart girl, unexpected confidence, big payouts from your buddies, and in some cases, shooting your lowest round.
Golfers, it's time to expect more from your golf club.
Don't use Claw Glove if you have a history of excuses for poor play and need to blame something besides your skill set.
God, you suck.
If you experience sudden lowering of scores, call your head golf pro and cancel that lesson.
I have the power to lower my score with Claw Glove.
Go to clawglove.com and see if Claw Glove is right for you.
Cut! It's a wrap.
And we're back here live from the PGA show. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, stay close to the mic.
That's our producer.
Mr. Producer. Our producer says stay close to.
How close
Yeah.
do we need to be?
Yeah,
our
that's
producer,
how close you gotta
graphic
be.
artist,
He's
our co-host.
Our
He's just
gopher.
the man of all
He
hats.
is the man of everything.
All right.
All right. Let's get this thing
Bill,
rocking
the
and
Golf
rolling.
Father Cuevas, we
Yes.
released a press release, a couple of press releases from
Yes.
Bridgestone Golf on our website talking about two new models that they have going on.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they've got a partnership going on as well.
Lots.
They have a lot of news to talk about, so let's get right to it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you. Elliot Mello is joining us here from Bridgestone Golf. And Elliot, great having you once again here on BGT TV and BGT 2.0.
Well, I'm excited to be here. Didn't know I was going to be getting this up close and intimate with a microphone
Always.
this morning.
Always. You should know better, sir. Come on. We always intimate here. Stop it. So we're glad to have you. You're like a staple. Every year we have the certain people that we use every year. Not use, but have on the show every year. Because you always have new products coming out, especially at this time of year. So you got some stuff some visuals that you're gonna show us about. I don't know where Biggs wants to start with all the stuff that you got going on.
Well, let's start about the partnership with Otto. I mean, you guys, this is some great news about ball fitting. This really puts the golfer at an advantage as far as trying to get them fit for the right golf ball, and not necessarily. Of course, you want them to be fitted for Bridgestone, but if Bridgestone is not the right ball, you guys certainly encourage that. But you just want people to have fun and get fit.
Yeah, I mean, we're from our point of view, we're the number one fitter in golf going back to 2006. We've done 3.9 million fittings to date. So ball fitting's our thing. And, the way that we look at it is, golf's a hobby for a lot of people. There's very few people that get to do it for a living. And for those that it's a hobby, we want you to better enjoy your hobby, right? And
Absolutely,
so you're going to better enjoy your hobby if you're playing stuff that fits you. And so the cheapest item, if you will, from a fitting standpoint in your bag is the golf ball. You got to have balls to play. You're going to go out and buy balls tomorrow for your round this weekend. You may as well buy a product that's going to work for you. And so that's why we really approach things with ball fitting as kind of front of mind.
I got to ask you, Tiger Woods not being on the golf course, does that mean he's doing more work for you guys, helping you guys out with, figuring out how to make it more fun for the golfer out there?
Yeah, I mean, we constantly work with Tiger on new product. We're going to get with him in a week or so here in terms of looking at the
Tell
next
him I
generation
said hi.
Tour B.
He knows me. Not really. This time I said hi, so maybe he might know me. How's that?
We could do a little name dropping. We can
drop
work it
a
in.
name. Drop it, baby. As a matter of fact, here, you want to give him one of those?
There we go. There we go.
There you go. Give one of those. Tell him that we love him.
Yeah,
we can help out with the putting there with the alignment.
Yes, he needs it. Lord, he's great at golf balls, but putting,
So back to the partnership. So
Yes.
what do you guys got going on?
So we have Auto, which is our autonomous ball fitter. We have Auto Gen 2 that came out this year. So last year we
Nice.
launched the original Auto, which essentially, you look at the 3.9 million fittings that we've done, and we say, how can we use that big data to better reach golfers, to reach them in new ways? And so we came out with an autonomous ball fitting cart. And so essentially the pro wheels this thing out to the driving range, and it's a touch screen, and it's got a Doppler radar and a Bevo flight scope.
Nice.
And the consumer touches the screen, answers a couple questions about their game, and then it draws from the 3.9 million fittings and says, all right, if there was a master fitter here, what would we recommend? And so we rolled out the original auto last year, and then now this year we're rolling out auto Gen 2. And with Gen 2, we've had another year to study the data, right? So we've tightened up the algorithm, the recommendation engine. We've got new golf balls, right? So it's got to recommend those. We also got new learnings from how people are hitting the ball. So the algorithms evolved with auto Gen 2, and then also from a footprint standpoint, this thing went from about 135 pounds down to 30 pounds. So, so it's substantially more portable. And so what that means for the consumer is we're going to have access. More pros are going to have access to it, right? So more pros are going to be able to take it out and set it up. We're going to be able to ship this thing more places so that it can be set up at more facilities. So in terms of the breadth of where it's going to be available, it's going to be substantially better distribution on it.
We'll have photos later because I'm sure you have one here, correct?
We have an auto Gen 2 here.
So we'll have. Last year I did it. I think my ball fitting took a minute.
Yeah, it's 3 swings, so it's however fast you swing. So
it was on point to the golf ball that I've been using.
Yeah.
So it was perfect. It was your newer model, but the same ball, basically the newer model, and it was spot on. I mean, it gives true data.
Well, it's the data, man. With it, no one else can do it, quite frankly, because they don't have the breadth of data that we have, and it's really taking that data instead of being selfish with it and holding it. How do we use that data to empower more people to get fit? When we look at the people who went through our ball fittings, the people that went through our ball fittings historically in person, not auto, pre-auto.
Yeah,
right.
They shot low 80s and they played 40 rounds a year. And then when we looked at what NGF and DataTech and all those guys said, they said the average golfer plays 8 rounds a year and shoots mid 90s. And we're like, okay, obviously better players are going through our fittings and we're skewing to a certain audience. And so we started interviewing people and asking them, why aren't you getting ball fit? Why aren't you going through our process? And they were afraid they were going to hit our launch monitor. They were embarrassed to swing in front of a techniциan. So we said, how do we remove all those barriers? And that was really the
show videos of Bill swing.
Yeah. It's called diversionary tactics, but it's okay. I'm all right with that. I'm good with my swing.
Yeah.
I actually tried. I love it, and I can't wait to see what you got for this 2.0.
Yeah.
To have this new data. We filmed it last year, and we did it with Greg Wise as well. We got him on a launch monitor as well, not the launch, but auto, and it was fast. Do you have any data on how many? Because I know last year, the very first day, you guys were on track to break everything on ball fittings.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you set it up you set up an auto an event like this, I mean, you're talking 500, 700,000 fittings a day. It only, it's a 2.5, 3 minute process, quite frankly, from the time you answer the questions to the time you swing to the time you get the data. It's very quick. It's very streamlined.
And for those that worried, I hit a bad ball. If you hit a bad ball, auto lets you know. It won't count it.
Right.
It doesn't count. It says, you did a mistake.
You hit a duff.
Yeah. So it's not like you hit 3. You're going to hit 3 good shots, decent
shots.
Correct.
I mean, we tried to mimic the master fitting experience as best we could, right? So to your point, if it's not a well-struck golf ball, it's not going to include it in the data set.
Exactly. And that's good. That's what you want, because if you do get nervous, you're trying out something new. I actually saw, he said it was me, but I actually saw somebody hit the ball and it went backwards and almost took off Adam's head while we were filming, no less. So that was quite an experience, but that wasn't auto, that was the swinger. But I actually love the technology. So you got some new golf balls there.
I was just going to say, it was going to actually segue into that. Let's segue into because I'll tell you what, and read the press release on our website at www.bigsgolftalk.net or .com. And you see pictures of the golf ball, but here live on PGT 2.0, live from the PGA show. Elliot Mello is with us from Bridgestone Golf, and now we're going to talk some golf balls. And you've come out with 2 great models. First time ever, kind of the E9 distance ball. But let's talk about the new E12 Contact.
Yeah, so I mean, our focus right now is in the distance performance category, as you alluded to with our E-Series products. So we got a refresh on the E12 Contact. This is an exciting product for us. It's all about contact science, and so that's been our R&D focus for the last 4 years is contact science, contact science is all about how do we optimize the moment of impact between the club for the unique needs of each shot, each situation, right? Okay. So we play by the rules, and the rules regulate a portion of the driver performance. They don't regulate what a 4-iron does. They don't regulate what a wedge does, etc. So we push the envelope as best as we can. Yeah. So the first iteration of Contact Science on E12 was the Contact Force dimple, which is the dimple with the raised nodule in the middle. Visually it's different, but from a performance standpoint, it definitely performs. And so what we've done is we've taken that Contact Force dimple and we've added flexitive cover. And what the flexitive cover is it's a Surlyn cover that has an impact modifier added to it. So there's an additive in the cover. And so the additive combined with the Contact Force dimple, it provides 46% more contact and impact than a traditional dimple.
Wow. More contact, more distance.
Exactly. So what more contact does on a driver, for example, the core is the engine of the golf ball. So if we have more surface area on the ball touching the club face, that means there's more energy transfer from the club through the cover to activate the core of that golf ball, to get a high initial ball speed, to get lower driver spin, etc. And so that's what's happening off the driver is we got more efficient compression for longer, straighter drives. And then when hitting down on that ball with an iron or wedge, more contact means more friction, right? And so more friction means the loft and the grooves can impart more spinning control on the short game shots. And so that's what Contact Science is all about, is how do we push the boundaries in terms of performance on every shot. And so that's our new E12 Contact. It's available in white and then the matte colors, the matte red, the matte green, the matte yellow.
Where's the matte blue?
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Where's blue? Billy, did you not get the memo? Billy Blue.
Did he not get?
I don't. Can you tell Tiger I asked for Tiger Blue?
Did Mello not get the memo?
I don't know. It's like every year after year, I have to wait for my blue balls.
You're not Tiger Woods.
Yes, but
if you're Tiger Woods, you could have any color
if you want a special person from the opposite side. That's not on the top side, but on the very low side, I'm your person. I can ball test for you.
You have a fan checking in off of YouTube right now.
Okay.
Todd Williams, play the B.
Okay.
Hashtag play the B.
Play the B.
Yeah.
There we go, buddy.
That's
Todd,
it.
you're my man.
Keep it
coming, buddy.
He's
Todd,
a longtime listener to this
Yes.
show. And yeah, he's won a few of our contests and and he's been following us and listening to us for years.
Are those E12s are because we're gonna have the next set coming up? Are they speed specific?
Good question. That with the ability to better compress them as a result of the additional contact, they work for a wide variety of swing speeds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I'm glad you asked about speed specific because the next ball, is one that we get that question on.
Right.
We've been getting it.
Yeah.
So
this E9, according to the website, was mainly
yes.
built for the World Long Drive competition.
Oh,
the official ball.
So we had two, so we got a big whiteboard at the office of all these projects we're working on, right? And so we had two projects that kind of came to a head and kind of became one, if you will. So one of which was we had the World Long Drive guys were looking for a new golf ball. So that was one project on the board. The other project on the board was, the market in general, we're guilty of this. The market in general is kind of overserved on quote soft golf balls.
Yeah.
Right. So kind of the firmer distance ball of the early 2000s has kind of gone by the wayside. And so we knew we wanted to kind of dip our toe back into that space. And we kind of combined that thinking with the fact we knew the long drive guys were looking for a ball, and we kind of ran two paths in parallel to design the new E9. And so the E9 is all about distance. It's all about extreme ball speed. It's all about how do I hit this ball as far as I freaking can, quite frankly. And so we achieved that a few ways. So at impact, we achieved that with an extreme gradational compression core. And what that means is within one piece of rubber, when we cook it, when we vulcanize it, we do it in a way that creates a firmer outer region, which creates higher initial ball speed, but the center stays soft, which helps with driver spin and efficiency.
Nice. Elliot, we have a question for you from YouTube, and this is coming from Brian. He says, I currently play the Pro V1X. What is the equivalent in the Bridgestone brand?
Yeah, so we'll come back. We'll circle back on E9 here in a moment. Looking at the Tour B portfolio, we essentially have 4 models, and they're all designed for different performance and different swing speeds, right? So, the Tour B XS is our highest spinning golf ball. It's got a really soft cover. That's the ball Tiger helped us design. That's designed for players that swing over 105 miles per hour. If you swing over 105 miles per hour and are looking more distance oriented, you'd be in the Tour B X, the black box.
Yep.
And so we apply that same thinking to the balls that we have in the under 105 category, right? So not everybody can compress a firm golf ball that's played on the PGA Tour. In fact, our data shows that 78% of people would benefit from playing a lower compression product. And so that's where the RX and RXS come in. So the RXS is the spin product for the under 105 player. That's the ball that Freddie Couples helped us develop, and then we have the RX, which is the distance ball for the under 105 category, and that the RX is the ball that Lexi plays.
There you go. Hope that
yeah.
answers your question, Brian. Maybe give it a shot. If you can find and get fitted, test.
Look for
take
that
your
new
ball.
auto.
Take your ball with you, right? He should take his ball with.
You still need that now?
Well, in the auto, we just work off of a single golf ball, but
yes.
In terms of an on-course test type situation, yeah, by all means, take what you're currently playing, take our ball, and see what works better. You can pick up a sleeve at your local pro shop and get out there and see what happens.
Yeah.
If you consistently play the same course, you're gonna know where your drive is
right
relative to that
yes,
bunker,
absolutely.
relative to that wave mark, and you'll know right away what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Brian. All right, let's get back to the E9, which we talk about swing speeds, and what I like about this, we talked about the World Long Drive, who they swing out of their shoes. So let's get back to that and let's talk about that.
So the long drive guys, we worked with them for a year on this thing. We worked with consumers as well, but with the long drive guys, we were at their place. They were at our place. They put it in play at their world championship in November. So it's definitely been put through the paces. And so, I was talking earlier about that gradational compression that's in there, right? That firmer outer region for speed, that softer center for forgiveness. What happens is, since it's not one consistent compression throughout the golf ball, it allows the ball to adapt to varying swing speeds. So you could swing 140 or you could swing 80, and it's still going to work well for you. And, the other things that we worked on this golf ball, it has an injection molded seamless cover. So there's no seam, no parting line on the ball. And it's got the 330 dimple pattern, the old dimple that we had back when, Freddie and Nick Price and all those guys were playing the B330 golf ball.
Yeah.
And so we took that dimple, we evolved it a little bit, put some new radii on it, some new depths to them, but the structure is still the same. And the reason we did that is less drag. So there's less velocity degradation as the ball's in flight, which essentially means it holds its speed longer. And so it works great for a variety of swing speeds. I was talking to somebody out at demo day yesterday, and they said, this is the greatest product I've seen in a long time. There's one person in every foursome that they're an E9 player. They want to hit the ball as far as they can, and they don't care about anything else.
Nothing else. Yep. Especially when you're doing a scramble. You want that guy.
It's funny you mentioned a scramble. We've one of our sales, we've had all of our sales guys are here, and we had a sales meeting on Monday, and one of our sales guys, like in the logo world, we can do custom stuff, custom packaging and all that kind of stuff. So one of our sales guys has been selling E9 as a scramble kit, and he's been selling 2 sleeves of E9 for people to use on the tee and 2 sleeves of Torby XS for people to use on the approach shots.
Nice. That's ingenious.
It is.
That is smart.
Now, are you going to take that idea?
We might.
I think
the longest ball and the spinniest ball. It makes sense.
Wow. That's a good marketing idea.
Yeah, I mean,
I like that.
You don't have to worry about any USGA rules where you have to play the same ball
there
throughout
you
the whole
go, guys. Swing
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, go for it.
That's
But-
cool.
So this ball is not just for those guys that swing 125 miles an hour. In your press release, the question was asked, can an average golfer, a high handicap golfer, use this ball?
Yeah, they absolutely can. It goes back to that gradational compression, right? So, depending on swing speed, that ball will just compress to a different degree because the compression of the core is different. So if this was a single compression core in here, then yeah, it would be optimized for a certain swing speed set. But the fact that it has extreme gradational compression and the compression of the core is different in different areas, that's what allows it to adapt to the different swing speeds. One of the guys on our team, he said E9's the ball that someone's going to try on the long drive hole, and they're going to love it so much they're going to keep playing it the rest of the round.
And then they can hit their irons 10 yards longer, and they're like, what am I doing? I missed the green again.
Why can't I get
funny.
this ball to check up on the green?
It's funny because they're years ago I was talking. Nick Price used to play our product. He still does, but he's not under contract with us. But years ago, he was number 1 in the world, 93, 94 with a Serlin golf ball back when the whole world was playing Bellata. And I said to Nick, how the heck were you so successful? Like, what was the point of difference? And he said, I was hitting 3 less clubs into the green. He said, so it didn't matter that the ball didn't spin. I was so much closer to the green and had so much more control with the shots I was hitting. And, I think some of that same type of thinking could apply to the E9 as well.
Wow.
Well, there you go.
Sign me up. E9. Be mine.
Anything else Bridgestone has going on for 2023? Obviously, here at the show, I know you guys are going to be talking about the two brands, and you're going to talk a little bit about Auto version 2 and all that stuff. But anything under your umbrella that you guys got going on for 2023
You
want to
haven't
share
shared with anybody yet?
No, I mean, I think we're talking about all of it, right? So we were here last year. The traffic was light, but we were here, and so we're talking Tour B, which we launched last year. We're refreshing everybody on that. E9 we're excited about. E12 has been a horse for us. We got a new E6 as well. E6 in the orange box. Yep. It's E6 has been our longest running model going back to 2005, 2006. It's been our best selling model in the history of Bridgestone. It's it's a low compression. It's all about softness. So we've changed the materials a little bit, got a little softer, sounds a little bit different, a little bit less clicky, a little bit more muted sound.
I'll give you an idea. My son was playing that ball at 5 years old, and he's now 21, 22.
and I stand corrected, folks. They did give me Billy Blue packaging. That's what they did. They gave me packaging this year.
Progress.
Yes. Slow, but we're getting there.
My question now, we have the colors in the E12 as we always do. What about the E9?
It's a good question. We're slow and steady wins the race at Bridgestone, right?
Yep, yes, absolutely.
So we're starting with white, but I would say, I'm glad you asked, because I would say that when you watch the World Long Drive guys, they're going to have, I think, 3 or 4 competitions on Golf Channel this year. In a Golf Channel situation, when they're on television, they actually will be playing colored golf balls. It's just because they're in a head-to-head scenario, and then
and you
able to
identify the ball, right?
Yeah. So you'll see them on TV. You see the E9 colors on TV, but from a consumer standpoint, for the start, we're just going to be white. But if this thing catches on the way that we all know it's going to, there should be some colors in the future.
Like blue.
It took a few years for the E series to come out with colors.
Yeah,
but
so
I just want to know
Todd
if
Williams
it's coming out in
checking. Todd's checking back in. He says, sounds like E9s sound like a must try for the year.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the most exciting new golf ball of the year, and that's not Bridgestone Elliott saying that. That's just Golf Elliott saying that. And I think we're tapping into a market that hasn't been tapped into. It's
absolutely.
It's like I said, soft has been overserved and distance has been underserved, and we're serving it with E9.
There you go, Todd. Let us know. You always contact us anyway. Make sure you let us know how those E9s work for you.
Sounds good, Todd.
Absolutely, Todd. Let us know. Thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate you taking the time out. I know you guys are going to be busy on day number 1, especially. People are curious, and the booth's going to be going great. So we wish you guys nothing but the best of luck. And we'll stop by the booth and say hi to everybody.
No, yeah, thanks for having us.
What is your booth number? Let everybody know why they listen.
I don't even know what our number is. All I know is we're right next to you.
We're right next to 1961. Bang right or left, wherever you're at. You'll find
we're right over there on the main aisle. Thanks for having me.
Always.
I feel, the longer I sit here, the more I keep looking at you two, and I feel completely underdressed with those beautiful shirts that you two are wearing.
Thank you very much.
All right, Elliot. Thanks so much.
We appreciate you as always.
We'll stop by and say hi, though.
Thanks, guys.
All right. More coming your way here on BGT TV, here on Biggs Golf Talk. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
Give me more VibraCore.
What are you talking about, Duffy?
I'm talking about more feel. I'm talking about more power.
I'm talking about
more forgiveness.
I'm talking about
more winning.
We're talking about all new VibraCore.
Absolutely the longest and best peeling irons you'll ever hit.
We're talking about Mike Weir. and Alex Chaker. You know these guys know.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
All right, we're back. Big John Quick along with Bill, the Golf Father Cuevas, here on BGT TV, BGT 2.0, and broadcasting live in Orlando, Florida from the 2023 PGA Merchandise Show. And a special thank you to Sherry Major and all the people here at the PGA Show. I'll tell you, folks, I know you guys are seeing a small part of where we're broadcasting, but this whole section, this satellite radio section and on the floor is just great, and we have many people that has come by and say hi. And Bill, I'm really impressed by this location.
I love it. I like it a lot. It's one of the best ones that we've had in the last few years. We get to see all our fellow people that work in the media, the new people, the new exhibitors as they walk by. We have people behind us working in the other broadcast booth. We have a media center right behind us for people that want to do interviews or writing hard copy for magazines and stuff like that.
Bradley Schubert checking in. And Bradley, we actually we seen our good friends yesterday.
Yes, we got Jonathan Snyder. He actually just messaged me like 3 minutes ago and asking where we're at, and I just replied to him, 1961. I hope he comes by so he can say hi.
And Bruce Nago checking in. Good morning, Bruce.
Mr. Doc, how you doing, Doc? Nice for you. Thank you for dropping in and saying hi. There's a lot of stuff going. I love the traffic. There's a lot of traffic around the floors, walking around. Everybody should be completely set up, about by now, hopefully.
Well, don't forget opening ceremonies, too. Probably took some time. Some people are filtering in right now.
And a lot of people are having their own opening ceremonies after the fact, but it's good,
And
man.
yours truly, this radio show, opened up the show on the show floor.
That's right. We even got these special thingies right here. And they're not drinking tags either.
Yeah.
They let us in nice and early so we can come in with the exhibitors so we can set up and get everything ready for the show. And we'll have hopefully new ones tomorrow. But it's amazing. Our next guest was supposed to be here, but he got caught up in some of the stuff on the outside. And he's getting his credentials to come inside. So we're hoping
Tony Beata
Beata's walking by, and he's looking, and he's like, "Where are those voices? Walk to the light." So yeah, we got guys from the Folds of Honor just walked by. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. Hopefully Nick Bradley will be here soon. But we have one of our producers, or the man with many hats. He's waving right now. He might be able to. Let's try. Let's see what we got going on out there. Let's see what he has.
Let's see. He's messing around with his. But here's. Oh, he just left.
You just left the building. Come on, Mr. Producer. What's going on? Let's see if he rejoins us.
Bruce says, "Say hi to Jonathan for me."
Yes.
Adam Rigby on YouTube. Have you guys checked out Putlink booth number 1113, the new smart ball? So there is a smart ball out there.
All right. What was that? 11 what?
1113.
1113. Lucky 11 and 13. My favorite number.
I'll tell you what, Adam, we just got here. We started the show. We have not visited any booths yet.
No booths yet.
We are definitely going to check that out.
We will go check.
Because I'll tell you what, we've been having a debate about the smart ball thing over the last couple of days.
Yes.
Ever since having iGolf on and talk about the technology, that goes into these things. And the other day I said, well, if you hit a ball that has a computer chip in it, you're going to just smack the technology right out of it. Because obviously computers are not meant to be smacked around.
But we're going to go check out your technology and we'll see what you got. So
Absolutely.
Thank you for the invite and thank you for listening. We will definitely be there sometime, probably today or tomorrow after the show. We got a lot of interviews set up, got a lot of stuff we have to get done, but hopefully our producer can get some stuff up there so he can give us some boots to the ground out on the showroom floor. We're trying to experiment with some new stuff. And then after we have Nick Bradley from On Point Golf, when he gets here.
Hey, Dennis Miller is checking in. Dennis Miller checking in. Looking good, boys. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank
Appreciate
you, Dennis.
it, buddy.
Appreciate you. So we got a lot of stuff going on. Facebook, YouTube, everybody that's watching and listening. And, feel free to keep contacting us. If you're here.
Rumors have it that Darius Rucker was watching us the other day.
Rumor has it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we were told.
And we sent him an on-point ball marker with Mr. Jay Leonard. And he was like, do you want to talk to Darius? I said, no, we got the real star right here. We're going to stick with you for now. And it worked out really well for us.
Let's see right now. I think our producer has. So he's actually right now, as you can see, folks, he has got the show floor for you.
He sure does. Look. You know what? Let's bring in Jonathan Miller. Mr. Jonathan Miller, come. You can come in too, Kevin.
Jonathan Snyder, you mean?
Jonathan Snyder, I'm sorry. he said Dennis Miller, and I changed everybody's name to protect the innocent.
But so actually, look, you actually could see us now. Look at that. How about that? That's our camera rover going on around the show.
Rover.
Mr.
Jonathan Snyder, how you doing,
What's
Kevin?
up, brother? How are you? Let me get
Doc says hello. Doc's checking in. Mr. Bruce Nagel, he's already checking in and saying hi. We've had a couple people. Bradley, he also checked in. I don't know if he said hi to you. Bradley, did you say hi? Say hi. What are you looking at? Look at that. Oh, center.
There you go.
All right, cut him out.
So there you go. All right, that's a sample, and then over the next day or this show, we might have him at a booth doing an interview or something like that from a booth, and we're gonna try out new things here. So bear with us. This new technology that we're dealing with. And, Bradley Schubert checking back in.
Oh, there goes Bradley. He's here.
He says, "Gotta love Square's booth just over Bill's shoulder." Laugh out loud. Yeah, we warned them not to pick their nose, Bradley.
We warned them in advance, and we will let Mr. Robert know that you said hi. He will be a guest tomorrow, so if you want to listen tomorrow, he will be here, and you could ask him your questions. I saw your post the other day on Facebook. I'm sure he appreciates a lot. And they got a lot of nice, beautiful new things.
Well, you know what? We have Jonathan Snyder here.
Let's talk to Jonathan.
And I wish we had him here to open up the show.
He looks all dapper.
But so let me just say this. Jonathan and
Kevin,
faith-based guys. Jonathan's a part of our In His Grip, and unfortunately, our leader cannot be here at the PGA show. I texted him and asked him if he's going to be here, and he can't be here. Bradley says hi, Jonathan and Kevin, and
Mr. Schubert, hello.
But I'll tell you what. Can you start us off with a word of prayer?
Absolutely.
Let's do this.
Oh yeah.
Father, in the name of Jesus, we ask you to just fill each and every one of us with your Holy Spirit today. Lead us, guide us, protect everyone here at the show, protect everyone listening. Lord, just allow us to enjoy some fellowship and share your word. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. So for those that are just tuning in or have not listened to us before, Bill and I belong to a golf group. It's a faith ministry for golfers called In His Grip. And Jonathan, how long have you been a part of In His Grip?
April 1st, 2020. I've gripped the word every single day since that day. And, man,
some long-timers.
The Lord can transform people, can't he?
Absolutely. He's good. And congratulations. I know you got recently married.
One of the best blessings of my life. The best blessing of my life.
There you go.
There you go.
You're here not only just for the PGA show, but you guys got a special event coming up. And as the synergy would have it, with everything that we were going on, and our co-host, he's on the other part of it. We started getting messages from everywhere what we needed to do. They need to have a one-arm golfer event. What is it? What's the organization?
So the organization is the North American One-Arm Golf Association. It's one of our 40 membership organizations underneath the United States Adaptive Golf Alliance. You just mentioned Bradley Schubert. Big shout out to him. He's president of the Midwest Amputee Golf Association, which is another one of our members. But the event that you're speaking of this weekend for the North American One-Arm Golf Association is their annual Winter Regional. We usually try and have it right around this time of year in Florida. Where it's warm enough to play golf this time of year.
That's what you want to do.
But this is actually going to be the biggest field that we've ever had. I believe bigger than even our national championships.
We talked to Gina, and she said She would have loved to be there, but she's working.
Yeah,
And she will
Gianna's got to
continue
work.
it.
Gianna's got to work this week.
Yes,
this weekend.
and we talked. We spoke with her husband. And he confirmed that she is busy. So otherwise, she said she would be there. But we got like 67 people in the field.
Just over 60 golfers. Really excited. It's from all walks of life. You'd be amazed at how many different ways you can swing with one hand or one arm.
And if he could be with, he's walking around with the camera, but he attested to it, and that's how he met one of the fellow competitors. Was he the one that's actually running the tournament? Yes. So the gentleman that's actually throwing that tournament was someplace where he was at, and he actually went to and said, "Hey, do you swing like that on purpose?" And then that's how
the conversation got started. Huh?
Yes, that was the actual final piece to the puzzle for us to attend.
Well, Greg, I think you're talking about Xander Dobrev, and he's the tournament director on this one.
Yes, he said that. He gave you the thumbs up.
Now a Florida resident.
Yes.
He left us in the north to live down here permanently. And
a lot of people want to leave the north. They're trying. It's too cold
weather,
up
the
there.
weather will do that to you.
The weather, the older you get, it will make you run.
Especially when you're this passionate about golf, huh?
Yeah. So, like as luck would have it, it just said we got to go there. So we're actually covering the event, which is gonna be good. So I get to see you again. I get to see if you're here, and then after the show's over, we get to see you guys again.
Really quick, Bruce Nagel checking back in says, "I sat by Kevin at Jonathan's wedding."
He did.
So there you go, Kevin.
Nice. You see that?
Also,
Nagel,
Dennis Maher is checking in. What a great way to spread the word, faith, golf, and Jesus.
Always.
Absolutely.
Always. We took that stand about 2 years ago, was it? That we decided to add prayer and not worry about what others thought. And it actually, instead of having the adverse effect, it had a great effect because a lot of people have joined. The group gets bigger. We get more. There's a lot of people. I call them closet worshipers.
Well, no, I think what you'll notice when you come out there this weekend too is just start to look down at everyone's wrists.
You'll see that you have it on, and he's not talking about our yellow ones. Show him what you got.
Yeah. So
in his grip. You see, I wear mine all the time. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I wear my in his grip every day. It doesn't go anywhere.
Mine doesn't come off.
You see that? I had the same one for years and years, and then I went and got a tattoo. So, yes. I mean,
you have to remember to put it on every day, right?
Absolutely. Well, I never took it off. That was the problem. And then after a couple years, from washing and everything, you'll see what I mean if you don't ever take it off. But it is such a blessing to meet Scott and everything that he does. I know he did the 30-day challenge again, and that's how he starts every year with a 30-day challenge. That's how we grow and get more members. You're doing stuff. Originally, it was just in Tennessee. Now it's going everywhere. We got the brothers in Colorado group. We got everybody everywhere.
Just think
I call them the three Steves.
We got guys from Puerto Rico and
yes, we're
Julio Soto.
Yeah, Julio Soto. Hola, Julio.
And then we have our boys out in Australia.
Yes, that's right. We have him in Australia too. Is he stateside again? Because I know he goes back and forth.
Yeah, he does.
I think he can. I'm not sure if he might have come back, but I know he goes back and forth.
We have New Mexico, not the old Mexico, but the New Mexico. So
and then we had Patrick from Africa. Remember Pat? Yes, we got Patrick. So
you guys mentioned my wife earlier. You're going to get to meet her. She's flying down. She's flying down on Thursday. She caddies for me at most events that she can get to. She's in the golf industry as well. So
yes,
she knows my game better.
She works with the kids.
So she runs her own organization called Kids Golf Foundation of Illinois, and man, they.
I guess we're going to have to interview her when we're there. Don't let her know in advance though, because then she'll prepare. We don't want anybody
to prepare. We want all improv.
You making notes back there?
All improv.
Miss Producer? All right. She got it down. Now she knows. Now it's set in stone. She's not going to forget.
Well, good.
She's going to remind us.
She does amazing things throughout the community, all throughout the state of Illinois, helping thousands and thousands of kids every year, providing everything they need to be able to get in the game of golf.
And that's what we want. We had a youngster walk by earlier today, and that's what we need. We need more youngsters getting involved in it. And doing and growing this great game that we all love. A lot of people think it's just golf, but for a lot of us, it's not just golf. No. We're not pros. we're not. None of us are really pros, but it gives you a mental health aspect of it as well. Getting out there and seeing nature and being one with all that, and that camaraderie that you get, that's priceless.
And
Can't beat that.
that's kind of the key point in what we do with adaptive golf throughout the country is providing that therapeutic rehabilitation that golf offers.
I need to share this with you guys. Brian is a new subscriber from Georgia. I was saved in 1995 and can honestly say Jesus can and does transform lives. Thank you for sharing your faith with everyone. Enjoying the show.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
Brian, and I've shared this with you back when I was about 20 years ago on the air, talking about Jesus and talking about faith. Unless you were a faith-based station,
right?
Strictly faith-based show, you were not allowed to talk about Jesus and faith and all that stuff. It was frowned upon.
Yeah.
And now that I own my own show and all that stuff, if people don't want me on their airwaves, if iHeartRadio says
we said see ya,
then that's fine. I mean, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But I am not going to stop talking about or sharing. I mean, look at how this is now generating
exploding on there
conversations
on YouTube and Facebook. Why? Because we talked about why we're all here, the reason that we're here.
The absolute
so
reason
we're
we're
all
here.
blessed at that point, and that's what it's about. In the end, we only got one person that we got to atone to, and it ain't here at the show, but we're blessed. We're all blessed to be here right now.
He is with us every day.
Every day.
Every day and all day.
It's interesting. I had an opportunity to go.
He's
and
got a
say
lifetime
hi-
pass to get into the PGA show.
Absolutely. I had an opportunity to go see one of our other Innisgrip brothers, Brad Beck, over there at Straight Down.
Where's he
if
at?
you need to. He's at the Straight Down booth.
Straight down booth?
Straight down booth.
We didn't
Straight
know
Down
he-
Apparel. Yeah.
Oh, is
So
he working it?
Yeah. Yeah. So we were able to
All right, we'll have to
kick off the day with a prayer and bless the entire event. Not just our day,
Mhm.
but everyone's day. And I think that's one of the wonderful things about In His Grip is there's so many of us.
Al
across the country.
Malik is joining in. Good morning, Big John, and God bless all of you. So
See how it transforms?
Al is a guy that
Hi,
I
Al.
knew when after I left professional baseball, got into the pizza business. Had a partner. He used to come to my pizza place all the time, and then I got into the radio career from that. So I know Al for a long time, and he used to be this kid that we used to just push around and all that stuff, and he's became a great man, and faith-based, and
That's what it is.
Amazing.
we connected on Facebook. So
You always got to look for him when you don't need him. That's the key. Look for him when you don't.
we used
need
to make
him. You
fun
see
of
how
his
much
laugh,
easier
but
it is.
I regret that back then. I could say some alcohol was involved in that stuff.
But when we finish this segment of the interview, maybe you can go to Straight Down because we're locked in, and we can probably make time for him if he can come about 10:15. We can share about his booth and talk about his in his grip a little bit. So we do have a slot around 10:15 if he comes. We'll put him in. I know he wasn't scheduled, but hey, who doesn't want people to know about their stuff?
Exactly.
I think it's awesome. You really quiet over there, Kev. You could talk, and you got that microphone
know.
right in front of you.
I know.
You can say what you want. You got anything? Tell us. Are you excited about this weekend?
I'm actually pumped.
You pumped? Are you gonna win?
I'm not gonna say that.
I got about $2 in my pocket. Do I bet on you? That's what I want to know.
I wouldn't count me out.
Okay. Do I bet on you? I know you. I see you in all your posts.
Absolutely.
He's like, absolutely. I'm three.
I barely pay this guy anything, so I got $100 in my pocket that says you
I
win.
got a cup of coffee this morning. Thank you, sir.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
No
Wait
problem.
a minute. That was free.
No problem.
I'm not a gambling man, but I'm confident.
You're confident
in the gifts that the Lord has given me for me to be able to put on
Is this
display.
if you win? This will be a three-peat.
Well, no. So this is a winter regional. So the
Okay.
national championship happens usually in the summertime.
Okay.
Last year's winter regional, I came in second in my category. So There's a little.
There's a good chance.
There's a little.
There's a good chance. All
A
right.
little motivation.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take $1 on you and $1 on him, and I'm gonna split my cards.
I just want to pat myself on the back. Albert says, I appreciate that. Albert says, one of the greatest guys I've ever had the privilege of knowing for nearly 30 years. Al, I feel the same way. Thank you so much. He said, he continues on to say, the feeling is mutual, and I still miss the jokes, though. You'd be proud of me as to how I've grown humor-wise. Yeah, he didn't have a great sense of humor.
Don't worry, neither does my partner over here.
Hey.
Yeah, what?
What you talking about, Greg?
No. Papa has a great. Well, no, he doesn't. Yeah, he has humor in him. I can see him from over there. You see him right there. He's working. He's not paying attention to us.
As a matter of fact, we're gonna get a shot here of where Mr. Wise, the wisest man in golf, is. He's walking around right now, and as you can see, showing you guys just a span of what is happening here at the PGA
and
show.
That's just a small portion of what we're going. Did I give you one of these?
No.
That is going to bring you luck. That's an on-point ball marker, and you're filling in for Mr. Nick Bradley right now, who is supposed to be here.
Let's check this thing out.
Yeah, open it
See what
up.
we got.
Do what you got to do, and then you can open that one. I'll open this one. And
if you want me to, I'll autograph it for you.
He will autograph it over my face. Don't laugh. Wait, Kevin, why you? Kevin, you know that's the most noise Kevin's made this whole show. Either my joke was funny or my face is funny. I don't know. But you see the two characters over there, right?
I do.
All right. So it still has everything about us on it. So, and if you look on onpoint.com, you go over there and you will see Nick Furyk and how to use this bad boy, how to read putts better with this.
Speaking of, by the way, how those characters are made, those characters are going to wind up. If you could see you from here by Greg Wise, submit a funny story, must be G-rated. Today is the last day to submit that.
But maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe we should extend it a little bit. I mean, we're here. He said we can extend it a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. Extend it a little
So
bit.
it
Something
has been
that happened to
officially
you
extended.
playing golf, something you saw while playing. Tomorrow we're going to talk about maybe some of those stories that were submitted and see what we think Greg feels would make the book. But the book's going to be out.
Don't go far,
and
Nick.
you can count on these two characters being in that book. So
yeah, and I know it says rated G for good.
And one of those stories
That's
I
what
will
it
tell
is.
you that will
Rated G
make
for good.
One of those stories I will tell you that will make the book.
That won't make it.
Is the
him
time.
when he didn't do that.
I don't know if I told you this story. The time we were at Bay Hill Golf Club on the 18th hole, I was 50 yards out.
I don't hear that.
And I hit a shot that went
And
right into the
you
hole.
know what? And that was
on
the one
18th
time
hole
the
at
good
Bay
Lord
Hill.
was over him and said, "I will overshadow Billy this time." And he did. So yes, thank you, baby Jesus. I've heard that story about 20,000 times now. It's his favorite, my worst and least favorite.
My favorite shot of all time.
His favorite shot of all time.
I mean, come on, Steve. You got.
Did
Can you imagine that?
Did he beat you with the
No.
shot? Is that
Because he's not talking about what happened the previous 17 holes. He only focuses
You
on
know
that
who
18th
remembers
hole.
that?
He's holding on to the moment.
Remember that phrase from that
Yeah.
movie? Remember that phrase from that movie?
memory?
Who's gonna remember who won? They're gonna remember the 12. They're gonna remember the shot from the 50 yards on the 18th
A
hole.
little tin cup.
Yep, that's the story of my life, Jonathan.
Hey, that's the one thing that he'll ever forget.
I rather forget. I want to forget.
That's the
but
one thing that brings him back.
He won't let me forget.
Well, so I mean, there's golf in a nutshell, though.
You could have 17 bad
But
holes.
that shot is
and
going to
one
keep
shot
John coming back
It kept him coming back and
for
talking
more
about it.
punishment.
Yeah.
Every single
He's
round.
punishing me, all right. But it's okay. I'll accept it for now. All right, we got Nick Bradley around the corner somewhere.
All right.
He came in, but we would appreciate if you want to talk to one of our fellow brothers if he's up for it. Tell him to swing by.
Absolutely.
We'll get him on.
Guys, I can't
5-10
thank you
minutes.
enough for letting us hang out with you here for a few
No,
minutes.
we appreciate you showing up.
Spend some time. We're gonna
look,
get you to
there's
spend some more time
double
this
trouble
weekend.
right behind you. You got Mr. Squares
Oh, there
himself
he goes.
and Nick Bradley. See, you can't. And I don't know, Mr. Squares. So you're going to be with us as well? I know you're scheduled for tomorrow, but
There
you
you
can come
go.
in now.
He is,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
We don't mind
Thanks,
having
guys.
you. We got you on camera right now.
All right, well, listen, we're
thank
going to
you,
head
Jonathan.
into a break, and then when we come back, Nick Bradley is going to be joining us here on VGT 2.0. We'll be
Thanks,
right back.
Kevin. We
right after
appreciate you.
this.
At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
You've heard me talk about Squares golf shoes and how they help you hit the golf ball further. And many of you are saying, oh, come on, Faldo, give us a break. How is that possible? But yes, they do. And it's proven with science.
What we noticed with the Square shoes was the shoe keeps the pressure in a more stable fashion towards the inside of the trail heel, allowing pressure to get to the lead side, generating much more club and speed and distance gain.
Visit squares.com. Change your shoes, change your game. Squares, the distance golf shoe.
All right, we need a picture opportunity here. And we're back here on Big's Golf Talk, BGT 2.0. And as a matter of fact, Tad is here.
Pictures for later?
And Tad, we got to get you on the show.
Yes.
All right.
Hang out. Don't go nowhere if you won't. How's that? We'll be right with you.
Big John Quick, along with the golf father, Bill Quay, who's the wisest man in golf, Greg Wise, here on Big's Golf Talk, BGT TV.
He's back.
I'll tell you what, we're having a good time here so far. And Bruce Nagel says, loved the segment. Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate it, brother. Our next guest, he is world-renowned. And if you are a golfer, you know who Nick Bradley is. Nick, welcome to Big's Golf Talk in person. We've had you via satellite, via video, but now in person at the PGA show.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a little early, but you know what?
It's never early. Come on, it's on
time. You're going to have enough time to sleep after the show's over.
Or do my hair.
Yes, that must have taken you a long time.
Yes,
I got you. So you for today, because you have many hats. You're a golf instructor. You do videos. You're ambassadors, Squares, On Point, and it goes on and on. You're an author.
Yes.
You wrote a book, which I haven't read yet. You got 3 books. Well, I'm going to read the latest one when you say that's what we're going to have
50 secrets to great golf.
I need 51 secrets. So you give everybody else 50, you give me 51. But today we are going to talk about these beautiful things. And then we can talk about whatever you want. Yep. So there goes the new little pouch.
Oh, I love these.
And then
there you go.
You see those 2 wonderful characters on there?
I mean, to scale and lifelike.
You see that? His head's a little bit bigger. You see that?
That is so cool.
Yep. And he's trying to sign over my face. So if you want to hold that up as a visual and talk about it when we speak, that would be awesome. Cool. So tell us your connection with On Point Golf.
So I, through a mutual friend of mine, I'll get introduced actually about 2.5 years ago at the show with the On Point Bull Market president and owner, Briston Peterson.
Yep.
Great guy, actually a structural engineer by trade. He's a construction guy out in Aspen, Colorado. Really clever. And what he basically wanted to do was own the space between the ball, and the putter face. And what we recognize really early, especially from what we call the magic distance in putting, is seven feet, because 7 feet is the distance left from a mediocre first putt, a poor chip, a poor bunker shot. In only one situation, I think in 6, does that length of putt count towards improving your score. So from 7 foot and in, And we know from the PGA Tour statistics, if you can nail that space, okay, and make putting easier, then that's what we do. So the marker came out, on-point ball marker came out, and essentially what it does is it allows you to aim the marker first and then the ball simply, right? So it's a crosshair on a rifle. And from 7 foot and in, pace is less of a determinant whether you make the putt or not. What is absolutely key is your alignment. The closer you get to the hole, the more accurate you have to be. The further you move away from the hole, the more your pace has to be important, right? So there's actually a hierarchy of thought. It goes line, pace, line. The more you move away from the golf ball. So on-point ball markers, it's dome-shaped. So your eyes actually configure with the shape of the marker and then the shape of the ball. It's almost like a camel's back. He goes one hump, 2 humps, and it's really easy to aim the line. So aim the marker first, the ball comes second, and it's easy.
Well, what I like about this too is this can act as it's going to give you the slope of the green in 3D, because when I use it, I notice when I use a flat marker, I can't tell that.
No.
And you can't tell that with a full ball.
No.
But if you put a flat dome, and it's a dome, that dome is going to either move this way, or stay flat.
Yeah.
And it's actually going to tell you which way the green is moving.
Well, you think about it, if you've got a green there's movement in it, it's fluid, and then you try and put a flat 2-dimensional object on it, right? Okay, your eyes are now having to make a calculation that they don't need to make.
Right.
Okay,
Gotcha.
to your point, with a dome-shaped marker, okay, your eyes, the marker blends in with the slope. You just aim the line, and you're good to go. I mean,
The way I think about it too, medically, our eyes are round. So if you look through your eyes kind of half domed as well.
Yep.
So just naturally, our vision and our human vision is 3-dimensional.
Right. So you think about any specific action, whether you're a surgeon or you're a sniper in the army or whatever, you're not doing that without a microscope or without a scope on your rifle. And basically in putting, what we've developed here with on-point ball markers is the ability to truly aim before you even get over the putt.
And the thing is, it was funny when you were talking about when you only aim over the cup, and my brain just went to Briston, right?
Yes.
Because we were looking, and I'm like, okay, you saying look at over the putt, and because this gentleman next to us,
and now we're showing a shot of the 3-dimensional,
three-dimensional,
and how the dome looks and what it can look like when it's put down on a green.
And on the other side of that has a ball marker of 2 amazing young gentlemen, ball figures. I don't know who, but they're really good looking guys on that ball.
There
marker.
you go. Look at that.
Look at that. And that's a ball marker inside.
These are limited edition, by the way.
Yeah.
So
you can't buy it online. You can buy a whole bunch of them, but not that one. But if you reach out, maybe. But so when I was talking about with Briston, he draws comics, and he drew one of Briston's, right? And you know how they have on the website, they have the Oreo cookie.
Yes.
So he drew one with the Oreo cookie ball marker, right? And the hole is a glass of milk to dunk it. And he sent it to Briston. I wish we had a copy of it. Do you have it?
You
maybe we can get it and show it up there. It was amazing.
Yeah. But also, the Oreo is fantastic. But remember, we've got the Callaway 3 rail as well.
Yes, we do.
Which just absolutely, like a key and a lock, slips
Oh,
in
yellow
for the
people that like
tailor-made one.
colors. Yes.
Yeah. So you've actually got the ability to pick and choose what top you like to
Yes,
use.
absolutely.
But the other thing as well for golf clubs and resorts is, to your point, with these 2 beautiful guys on the bottom of the coin.
I like the way you think, sir.
Yeah. you can logo up the club logo.
Absolutely.
And you've got something amazing to sell in the pro shop.
Absolutely. And look at, you can see the covers as well.
And Bradley will make sure you get one of these. He says nice marker. We'll get Bradley one.
Oh, yeah. We as a matter of fact, we can send it with Jonathan.
Yes.
We'll send it with Jonathan. We got a lot of people on YouTube and Facebook watching, and they're sending all their comments and stuff like that. So How about you? Are you? I know you have your book. Your book
Yes.
is coming, and you're an ambassador for On Point and several other companies and stuff like that. How do you find it when you're going out there and being the ambassador for these products that you have? Like this one's honestly, we love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was one of the favorite things that we would work with. But how do you
And,
determine?
well, and Nick, you kind of strike me as an individual like us.
Mhm.
We only take sponsors on the show, and we do things like this with only things that we
believe
actually
in.
use ourselves and believe in. I think you're probably the same way.
Well, let's cut to the chase here, right? You know, I've been an industry professional for 30 years. In my career, I've taken golfers to world number one, European number one. You know, you build up this career for 30 years, and if you associate with the wrong product, that reputation is tarnished in 5 minutes.
Yep.
So, with Squares Golf Shoes to work with Sir Nick Valdo, okay, number one. I mean, I've known Nick for years anyway, but I mean, and then the markers, when I looked at this, you think, okay, is this going to actually help and contribute to the game and make people better at putting? As soon as I figured out the answer was yes, you're all in. So you never, ever, if you have any authenticity about yourself at all as a
That's the
professional,
key. Yes.
you never ever associate anything that's junk, right? And this is not junk. This actually, I hold more putts. The turnaround was this. Briston sent me a load. I hold more putts in my first 2 months from 7 foot and in than I did probably for 5 years.
Wow.
Because it just, when you know you are aimed correctly, you can shut that part of your brain down. I've got that. The box
Confidence.
is ticked.
Yeah.
Now I work on my pace. Boom, you're in. But when you've got the question of, am I aiming correctly with what pace? Now you're in trouble.
Where's the break? Where's this? Where's that? And a regular ball marker won't show you that. It doesn't show you that initial break of where your ball's at.
No.
You just see a regular ball, you see your sphere, and that's what you see. When you put that on the ground, you can see if your ball's tilting this way, that way, even at the slightest of tilts, you can see, and you can aim that line or lines if you have the three towards where you want to aim. Where your shot's at.
A new subscriber checking
Uh-oh.
back in. Brian checking in. We'd love to try out the On Point ball marker. Hey, Brian, we're going to send you a limited edition. Go to our website at bigsgolftalk.net, BIGGS golftalk.net, and email us your address, and we're going to send you one of these. I'll personally mail it out to you.
And he might sign over my face. You might get lucky.
I'll tell you the other thing we discovered actually in our research was speed of play. You know, if you've got something that you can settle down behind the ball, walk around the putt, figure it out, aim it, and you're ready to go, that is way, way quicker than hitting a bad putt, number one, where you're further away for your second putt anyway.
Yeah.
But number two, trying to aim the infinitesimal line on the ball is like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Mhm.
So you may as well use something big first, and then the small micro thing happens.
You see?
Speed of play.
He just gave you a priceless lesson. That's what he did, because
And
that's
he's
what
not charging you for
and
it.
he didn't charge you for
He'll
that.
charge us for it, but he won't charge you.
He's gonna charge him, but he won't. Yeah, he's gonna charge us, but not. So, where can people find out more about On Point ball markers as well as yourself? Because you have. Oh, I want to share with people. You got a new YouTube channel.
New YouTube channel, Nick Bradley Golf.
Hey, Mr. Gomez, how you doing, sir?
Your new YouTube channel, Nick Bradley Golf. So go there. Loads of great videos. I've just loaded an amazing video with an interview with Dr. Jim Lair, absolute legend of psychology. So go there, Nick Bradley Golf on YouTube. For On Point, it's onpointgolf.us. Go there, have a look at all the variety of the markers. And my website is bradleygolf.com.
Lots of information. And you saw that gentleman going behind us. That's the man, Mr. Gomez.
Robert
Gomez.
Gomez
You cannot.
has history
Look at that. You got
at
history.
Bay
Did
Hill.
you see that shirt he's wearing?
You think, I'll tell you what.
baby.
I'll tell you what, and I told Robert this story about me on the 18th hole, and there he is.
Robert, come here.
right
We got a
there.
gift for you. And he's shaking the legend Ted Morris hand too. Woo, we got a bunch of legends here. This is the new On Point ball marker. This is going to help you putt better. I don't know if you need it, but if it works for him, and then you got
buddy, how
this
are
is
you?
Nick
Nick
Bradley.
Hi.
And this is our ball marker over there. And if you go to onpointgolf.com, you will find
It's
out how to use that.
On Point,
All right?
Bill.
Yes.
It's onpointgolf.us.
.us. Don't forget US. So I don't ever say I didn't help you. So when you putt for that $1 million shirt, you call me. And you say thank you, Bill.
And actually, Robert and I share history at Bay Hill.
Oh, Nick,
he
he's
had
going
history
there.
first.
He
but
has a plaque, and he has
a plaque. I have a plaque. It's just not on Bay Hill. It's at home.
He's never gonna let me forget that.
50 yards out on the 18th hole, I hole out a shot.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
guy's done what Jay Monahan wants to do, which is take Greg Norman down. This guy's actually done it.
Have you done it?
He has done it.
You can do it.
One shot.
One
Yeah.
shot. That
Hey, great
guy's
seeing you,
amazing.
Robert.
And I love that shirt. I wear extra large. Thank you, sir.
Tell your wife
Okay,
to say
we
hello,
will.
you?
Yes, give our best, sir. Thank you for stopping by. So you never know we got legends walking all around this place, which is great. So Nick, we know where to find you. I need to read your new book.
Yeah. 50 secrets to great golf you don't know yet.
But we will.
Yes.
So thank you for stopping by and sharing about On Point Golf. You take that with you as a parting gift. You let Mr. Bristol know that we appreciate him. They came out beautiful, and we will be talking to him really, really soon. And what else you got going on at the show?
No, I got loads of meetings over to Squares Golf Shoes now, and
okay.
a few other things.
We know a guy over there too.
You know that old thing where you meet someone and you shake their hand and you say, "You look, I'm never going to wash my hand again."
Yes.
Guys, I'm loath to use this marker. It might just go in the, in the mantelpiece.
Yes.
If you got take a picture. A picture lasts long. I'm going to call you. I want to see that photo. All right. Thank you for dropping by. We appreciate you as always. And thank you, Mr. Briston Peterson from On Point, for making these beautiful things that we've been giving out. Thank you. I hope you have a very successful show. That's Mr. Greg Wise, the wisest man in golf, also known that works for Golf Central Magazine.
Listen, if you guys want to know about Hickory clubs, don't go anywhere.
Don't go
you
anywhere.
are going to actually hear from the master himself. Tad Moore is going to be joining us next here on Biggs Golf Talk. We'll be right back right after this.
I feel the need for the right speed.
Talk to me, gooseneck.
Looks dangerous.
Lock it in, baby. Lock it in. Never leave your wingman. Never, ever leave your wingman.
Every player needs a wingman.
Was that Bernhard?
Oh, great. Langer. You know why I play Tour Edge? Because I win with it.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
PGA Show live. Big John Quick along with Bill the Golf Father Cuevas and the wisest man in golf, Greg Wise, is here. And we're going through all the illustrations that Greg has done.
Did you find the Oreo cookie one?
Not yet.
Not yet. I want the people to see how cool that thing came out for Breston. He wasn't able to join us this show, but we got him in spirit. We sent him that little gift from Mr. Greg Wise, the wisest man. Before we lose you, Mr. Tad Moore, we would like to give you an on point. We know that you still golf, and we'll talk more about your hickories, making clubs and everything like that. But this is a ball marker of us, and we know you love our faces, and this is On Point. You can go to On Point Golf US.
Yes.
And you will find out how to use that bad boy. But unless you go back and listen to the last segment, because Nick Bradley just told people how to putt. He just put on a show.
That's a different story. I
That's
saw
a
him play the other
different
day.
story.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, I don't know about you, Mr. Biggs, but this show has been really, really, really big for day one to kick off.
Oh,
Robert
I don't know how much
Gomez,
bigger it can
Nick
get.
Bradley, Mr. Chad Moore. We are killing it. And it's just starting. Oh, are you taking pictures? I'm going to look. You better
All right.
look this time.
We're trying to look here. We're going to get a picture here. Stay tuned, guys. I know you're watching us.
And a picture.
Listening to
All
us.
That was a live picture
That
of
was
a live show.
picture
Yeah.
of a live show during the live time.
All right, folks, this is your time. When if you have a question about any Hickory clubs during this interview, this is the time to ask.
Yes.
If you ever been wondering how or why or when or whatever the case might be, the next 10 minutes is an important 10 minutes if you're interested in learning about Hickory clubs, because we have, you know how you have your senseis, you have your black belts and everything else. We have the sensei, the master of
Who's
Hickory.
the master?
Tad Moore is joining us here on Biggs Golf Talk, BGT 2.0. Tad, welcome into Biggs Golf Talk, my friend.
Thank you, guys.
You
Pleasure to be here.
Good. We're gonna get you a little bit closer.
Yeah, that's
All
better.
right,
There you go.
Much better.
Yeah,
There you
great
go.
to be here. Yeah.
All right, so you got to tell us about yourself, Mr. Moore. What do you do for a
Oh.
living at your young age? What do you do?
Yeah. I'll be 82 in a few weeks. So
82.
82.
Happy birthday.
You do not look a day over 60.
Ah, that's
I,
good.
I would have
Yes.
said 20, I
Appreciate
would
that.
have said 22. You know,
Now you know he's BSing you.
I would never do that to you, sir. Never.
Really quick, Brian's checking in. Hey guys, thanks for sending out the ball marker. Please let your guests know I just went to On Point site and placed an order for a towel to match up with the marker.
Cool.
There you go.
Very
All
good.
right.
Very
We
good.
appreciate
Great.
that.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
what we do is once I quit working the tour and doing all of that, we were over in Scotland playing, and some fellow said to me, well, we were trying to find a good sand wedge, or a niblick as it's called in the Hickory game, and we were having a few beers at the Dunvegan, and he said, well, hell, you can, pardon my French, you can make a club for 70, so why can't you make a good niblick? So that started it. So in 2003, we launched the Hickory Shaft Golf Club business. So it's been growing, and we have thousands of people around the world.
And the
now
company
playing.
happens to be called Tad Moore Golf.
Tad Moore Golf. That's
There you
right.
go.
TadMooreGolf.com.
Yes.
And if you really think Tad Moore, get it? Just a
Yeah,
Tad
just-
Moore golf. Get it? No, okay.
Don't go there.
I thought that was yeah. See, I thought that was kind of clever. Yeah,
That's pretty good.
I thought so.
I named it that way so I could remember it. You know, it's just-
How you doing?
Play a
guys?
Tad Moore Golf.
Play a Tad Moore golf with Tad Moore. Now, do you make the whole entire? I know he's had some stuff. You make the now. You just mentioned shafts, but you make the whole entire club, correct?
oh, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
So I just learned from him about one is called, you know, like if you called it a niblet.
That's a sand wedge.
That's
yeah.
a sandwich. Give us some of that quick analogy. 'cause
I like my
it-
wife's niblets.
Yeah. So if you start at the top, you're looking at a driving
Start
iron.
at the top. Here we
You're
go.
looking at a mid
If you
iron.
start at the top, don't encourage bad behavior, Chad. All right. So let's start at the top.
So you work your way down, driving iron, mid iron,
Okay.
deep face mashy, spade mashy, niblick, and niblick.
Okay.
So you roughly got 8 clubs possibility.
Uh-huh.
Most guys play with 6, and usually 2 woods, sometimes 3, but 2, and it's great. We get our heads from the same manufacturer that made clubs for me back in the Maxwell Dunlop area, and we could buy our own shafts material. We buy it by board feet, and then we go through the board feet, we inspect it, we run it through a doweling machine, and then we sort. So we just did about 3,000 shaft dowels, and we'll end up with about 65% are usable.
Ted, we had a discussion. The three of us were having a discussion the other day. And back in the day, what was the longest yardage the pros played with hickories?
Well, I just read something the other day that some of the longer hitters in the Gutty era was around 200 yards. And then up in the Jones era, because there were no restrictions on the golf ball, plus there was very little watering done, they could hit it up into the high 200s. There's talk of Jones hitting at 300, but that's mostly got to be roll. But, I've had, we had an event in Arkansas at First Tee in Little Rock. Sean Pfister could hit at 350. So that's pretty amazing with a modern golf ball.
With hickories.
Yeah. Brian, yeah. This turned into a PG-13. We're a family program, only if you don't have a family. But I got a Jason checking in. Jason Fuller, miss you guys. Miss you too, Jason. But one thing I had, and we were out at Mackinac Island and the Wawa course out there. Love that course.
Amazing.
Very walkable.
Yeah.
They still play with hickories to this day.
A lot of history there.
Bill played around with just hickories, and I got to tell you, I was impressed with his game.
I was impressed.
I know. Mark it on the calendar. I gave a compliment to Bill Cuevas. But our hickory can left-handed players play hickories?
Yes, I make a left-handed set.
You see that? There you go. Now you can have your own.
There you go. I might have to talk to you off the air about maybe a trade.
The questionable part is play.
Play.
Because I would love to think like now, Greg, you have played in hickory tournaments itself.
Yep.
He
was just
played
on-
Tadmore golf.
That's what he has.
Yeah.
And were those your Tadmore golf clubs that you put the tags from
Yes.
shots? Yes. So he actually took your clubs a step further and did an experiment with shot scope, so he could tell how far he could hit each club, which worked out great. And that's how I found out niblet, wedge, this, that, because I didn't know what he was talking about until he broke it down. That every club has a different nickname.
Now, Tad, let me ask you this: for people that are just maybe never played a hickory club before, buys a set. I mean, I'm very much interested. What is your suggestion of the yardage and tee markers as far as should I play 6,000 yards? Should I try at the forward tees to start off with and then work my way back?
Well, I would say this. First of all, we're going to build the set for 2-year specs, but we don't see any need for most players to play over 6,000 yards, let's say. Most senior guys are playing around 5,000, 5,200 yards.
Yes,
If you're somewhere in that range, you got it. Somewhere in that range.
Well, yeah, that's going to help you in your long drive. Well, that's actually going to help you in putting. So you hit the long ball, and then you learn how to putt, and you call me, okay? Yes. Check out.
There you go, Mobs. I'll call
us.
you. Yeah, I will.
Call me. I'll call you. Just call me. You never know who's going to drop by.
David, as a matter of fact, David Mobley just dropped by. He's a World Long Drive former champion.
Go see
He
Bridgestone.
and I played on a team, and we won.
Oh, here we go.
We
As a
won
matter of fact,
the
Gomez
tournament
event,
at the
and
Gomez
we
event.
saw Gomez here, and you know who was the first loser? I was on the second best team, which made me a loser. Yes, he did win, but he did have him, the long drive. Go check out the E9 long drive ball just for you.
Question from one of our listeners about hickory clubs. Do they offer single clubs, for example, putter, wedge, or are they only sold as complete sets? Thank you.
No, you can buy one club. No problem at all.
One.
We have a wide variety of putters, niblets, woods, everything. So you can go on the Tadmore.com website and see everything there and order it. No problem at all.
That is awesome. Well, listen,
I love it.
I know we're short on time here. We have our next guest that's
We will
standing
get you
by
back
here.
on again, sir.
But we're going to get you on again if you're around tomorrow. We'll certainly continue this conversation tomorrow.
We will have an encore performance.
But listen, if you want to get hickory clubs, and you know what? get a hickory club,
Uh-huh.
and our next guest, you could play the Encore golf ball with a hickory club because Encore is next
You
here.
get Tad Moore Encore.
There you go, Tad Moore with
I call
Encore.
that winning.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
More Big
Thank
Golf
you,
Talk
sir.
coming your way right after this. We'll be right back.
At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
Wow, riser sole.
Riser sole? A 90-gram weight in a sole? How in the world do they do that?
Seriously? It's all titanium?
This thing launches, and it just doesn't spin.
I can't believe how far this thing goes. Do you have riser sole? Seriously, this is the longest fairway wood you will ever hit.
Scott McCarron, you know this guy knows.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Opportunity.
Picture. Photo op.
All right.
All right.
Pictures, that's what happens when you're on live TV and live radio. And now joining us here is a longtime supporter, and we have been a supporter of this company since the launch.
Be
And
more.
Let me tell you
With
something.
Encore.
This company has sustained the industries and sustained, the big OEMs, and now they are giving the big OEMs a fight for their money because they
aren't
do
you a
something.
big OEM now?
Yeah,
I think they've
well,
gotten there.
well, here's the thing. Encore Golf is not really a golf ball company. They're a technology company.
Technology.
And that's the difference. It's a technology company that produces golf balls.
Yep.
Am I correct by saying that?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything we do is kind of leading with innovation and tech. Golf balls are the main product that we sell, but we have a lot of different verticals that are all, tech driven under the Encore Golf brand, which is really exciting.
That's
awesome. Who's joining us right now, by the way, that's the voice of the one and only Brett Blakely. He is a co-founder and CEO, one of the CEOs for Encore Golf.
Do you have more
How's
than
your
one
dad,
CEO?
by the way?
He's great.
Please tell him we said hello. Is he here?
Yeah, he's here.
Don't
Good,
tell him.
good.
We're going to go see him.
Yeah.
We're going to visit the boys of
Yep.
Encore. So while we're here, real quick, before we start talking about all the amazing things that you're doing and upcoming stuff, and I know you want to reach out, stuff, we have a couple of gifts for you.
Love it.
So
I love gifts.
The first one is the official On Point Golf USA Encore golf ball.
Love it.
This is for you to learn how to read better putts.
Love it.
And
Thank
then
you.
you keep us in the bag in the bag. And then if you look at the other side, you get to look at our faces. What? You get to remember the boys, the big boys.
That's pretty cool.
So we got here. Take those two. One for your dad and one for your partner over there.
And Brett, let me tell you something. The person that also introduced this brand to us is the late Justice Bex.
Oh yeah.
And the late Justice Bex, who was a big supporter of small businesses, small golf businesses. Absolutely one of the people that pushed Encore Golf on social media. Probably the biggest supporter of you on social media when you first came out.
He was a super fan.
Yeah,
Yes,
he was.
Yeah.
The
When
biggest
he loves
super
something,
guy.
he loves something, So yeah, we thank him for a lot of the stuff that we have because we've stuck with people from the beginning. He's like boots on the ground. He found it and right away he shared. He's like, "This is what I got going on here. You got to try these." He would send us those.
And you know what the thing is? Never asked for a finder's fee. He just wanted to thank you and
wanted
acknowledge.
to share.
Yep.
That's all he wanted.
Just wants to grow the game, and that's
he
all
was
he
a,
wanted.
He's a generous, giving guy.
Yeah, he was. Yes, he was. May God rest his soul. Rest in peace. We got you up here, man.
Yeah, thinking about you definitely while we're here at the PGA show.
Oh, I still get the memories. I still have my messages from him. I never deleted them.
Yeah,
I kept everything there. And sometimes you just want to hear the voice, man. You hit the voicemail, boop, and it's there.
Thank you for your support of this show because
Absolutely.
without your companies like you, the show couldn't be here today and produce this show and have all the equipment we have and updating and upgrading to the best and newest technology that we could provide for our listeners out there. So we thank you for that, and we hope to continue that partnership forever. As long as we can. So, but Encore certainly 2023 is going to be a great super year for you guys. Talk about what you have coming out.
Yeah, so the last couple of years, we had launched our third ball, the Vero X1. And I mean, just for anyone who doesn't know, our engineers are literally world renowned. You go to anywhere and you tell them that John Calabria is Encore's engineer, people will bow down to this guy. I mean, he was head of R&D at TaylorMade, and he's worked for all the big guys. He was doing stuff with NASA at one point.
That's what I was ready to say. I thought he was a scientist. Yes.
And his part of the other guy in his team, Mike Jordan, not the one that flew over people, but another Mike Jordan.
He's flown over this Mike Jordan's flying over the golf ball world.
Right. And so they've just been outstanding, and they took our whole concept of perimeter weighting and were able to not only bring that to life in a way that we never imagined, but all these other performance benefits, what they do with the core ingenuity, what they do with the mantle construction, the fact that we have protected technology that no other ball can replicate has been awesome. So this past year, or just a couple months ago, we launched the Vero X2. The X1 is an 85 compression 4-piece, and we knew that we wanted to have something that was really for those big hitters. The X1 is what a lot of the guys that we have on tour were playing forever, but the one thing they said, do you think you can make a higher compression ball? And the 95 is definitely for the big hitters, 110 swing speed and up. But what's amazing about it is with those metal particles that we infuse in the mantle, with the velocity that you get, it is seeing about 3 to 4 mile per hour increased ball speed from an 85 compression Vero X1, which translates to 12 to 15 yards. I mean, this thing is gone when you hit it.
So he'll be able to hit it 50 yards instead of 45.
There you go. Maybe even 60. Yep.
There you go. Let's do it.
Wow.
Let's do it.
Let's put it to the
I'm
test.
telling you, I'm going to put my hickory clubs to this test on this golf ball.
Yeah.
That is awesome. We know that you came out with that new golf ball, but 85, that's more you, right?
Yeah.
85, that's like pushing it for
That's
you.
pushing it.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't
we got
let the old guy
80,
fool you.
80 compression elixir. We got all, we got something
The
for everybody.
elixir is what I use. He swings a little
golf
bit.
ball elixir or the
not the
elixir?
not the one that makes you look pretty. The other one.
Well, I'm going to blow your mind real quick too.
Okay, blow it. Come
One
on.
of the things that we brought down is we've
To
been
the show?
we've been working on, as you know, a Genius Ball for a while.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we were just talking.
We have got
we were talking about
we
it.
have now got a working ball of not that you can hit with a driver yet. This is purely for putting and short wedges.
Sure.
It's got accelerometers, gyroscopes, GPS.
We're ahead of our time.
We're ahead of our time.
Bluetooth wireless, so you can.
You have it?
We have it.
Will we be
Software
able to see
update,
it?
everything. We can bring it by. Yeah.
We'll come by
We'll
there.
come by and we
We'll
can
go live
shoot from
stream from
there.
your booth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll We'll talk.
Oh, maybe we can't go live. Can we go live?
Maybe. Well, I don't know if we have a spot to demo it yet.
Okay.
But we did bring it down because it's.
Oh, we could just show it. We don't have to
We just
demo
want
it.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So we don't have to hit it or nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, this is giving you spin rates,
how
skid,
is that what
everything.
we were
Well,
talking
one of
about?
the things, and I know when you guys are, developing the Genius Ball, it was all about we're trying to develop a ball we can hit with the driver, and all that stuff, and get the technology from it. But in all realities, and like you and I have talked off the air as well about technology inside of a golf ball, computers are not meant to be hit at 100 miles an hour.
Right.
But if you have technology that you could just softly tap or chip with, you're not hitting that thing, not even 5 miles an hour.
No.
And that kind of technology should be able to be formed.
And I mean, it's going to be great not only for training because you're getting spin rates, you're getting distance, you're getting skid, you're getting all sorts of information, which is important to good players that want to know what they're doing on the putting green. But it feels just like a regular golf ball. You bounce on the ground, has the same pop and feel. You
I got a
hit it off
question.
the putter face. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Are you gonna make it in blue?
No.
I know you like your blue balls. Probably not.
Please.
You're the only guy that wants blue balls.
I take pride in blue balls. I don't have them. I need them.
Yep.
Can you for me?
Maybe.
Dude, they make size 6.5 for him.
Hey, no, it's not 6.5.
You can make
It's-
a blue. It's easier. I promise.
Greg Wise and I wear the same size.
Not really.
We do. 7.5, 8, depends on the shoe.
Yeah.
I just want a blue ball. Blue balls.
I know you do, Bill.
I've been asking for years, and I don't ask for much.
Rust-Oleum.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't think
We
that's
could
gonna
always, light spray paint or powder coat it.
It has to be matte color.
Okay.
A matte blue, and then you have to call it Billy Blue.
Billy
Or
Blue.
I can promise whatever you can call it Buffalo Bill Blue.
Now that there you are. Yeah.
And you know what? You could throw a little Buffalo Bills because they're the only New York team.
I do like it.
You know what I mean?
Those are my guys.
You know what? I'll call Josh. You call Josh, or we'll call them together.
Uh-huh.
I don't have his number yet. And then we'll say, hey, Josh, we want to make this blue ball, put a Buffalo Bills on it, and we're going to call it the Josh Allen, Billy Cuevas.
Make it a blue ball with a red buffalo on it.
That's
Yep.
what I think that would be a hit.
It would be. As long as we're not infringing on the Bills.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
How about we make a different animal that resembles a bill, but not a buffalo? You know what I mean?
We'll think about it.
I'm very sad on that game, by the way. I
Good stuff. They were
I
drained.
had money on that game.
Yeah, they were emotionally drained.
Yeah.
And Josh had about 5 injuries that you'll never hear about in the media that were brutal.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's pretty banged up right now, but it'll be good.
Yep.
We believe. Some people are saying that the Bills aren't going to be passed this year, and I doubt that very much. As long as we have him as quarterback in the team. I mean, we had this year. I think his phone did that. So this year was rough for us.
Yeah.
You know, towards the end of the season. But I'm proud of what they did this year.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
They did a really good job. So before we wrap in about 15 minutes. We have another special gift and a presentation.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh yeah, all right.
Boom.
Nice. Who drew this?
Right
That
there.
is
The
awesome.
wisest man in golf is also an amazing artist.
That is
And
pretty
we're- Here we go. Hold on one second.
Go close.
Love it.
We're going to show up close on what we just
Yeah, you want me
presented
to hold
to.
it? Well,
There
no,
you
he
go.
actually we switched cameras so they could see
got
it,
it.
and they got you blown up. So when you see this interview over again, everybody's going to see it. But I believe that other copy there that he has also drawn is for you to sign because you are going to make the book, sir. You are famous now. You are going to be in his book, a very special, along Evil Knievel, John Daly,
Awesome. I appreciate it.
Charlie
I love
Ryan.
it.
We got them
Absolutely love it.
all.
What do you want me to sign?
We want to thank you for the years of support, Brett,
Yes.
and this was a surprise. So congratulations and thank you so much.
Yeah, no, I appreciate
We
it.
wanted to make your
really
visit
cool.
extra special.
This is
and,
really cool. This is definitely going in the office.
you know, yes, we like that. And send a picture of that too.
I will. I promise.
Does
Yeah.
that help with the blue ball a little bit?
No.
So close. How about if you make my elixir with blue lettering on it, like the number 2? Can you do that for me?
How about change that we have to do? It would have to be a minimum run of 3,000 dozen.
I'm
so
worth it.
We can't do
3,000 dozen. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I'm not worth.
How about
3,000
if we
blue
just
balls?
How about if we just personalize the Golf Father on the ball for you in blue?
Okay, deal.
There's an in-between.
Deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I can live with that.
Is that okay?
Yes.
We can definitely do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. But thank you so much for supporting us.
Of course,
As
thank
always,
you guys.
you're one of the from the beginning. From
We've
when
known
you
each other a long
started,
time.
We've been going strong. You didn't forget us little guys as you keep continuing to grow and make your footprint.
Well, you guys
inside
are part of the
golfing.
reason. I mean,
Yeah.
it's for us. It's always been word of mouth. We don't have $5 billion to market and advertise, so it really has been the word of mouth. We know the product speaks for itself. So I mean, it is the guys that are on the course and the women that are like telling their buddy, "Why don't you try this? I'm kicking your, you know what, every single time."
You
And
can
then
say,
they try and they're like, "Wow, now my other balls are in the shag bag." Like, it's unbelievable how many emails we get and how that has really spurred on this insane growth that we've. We're 150% year over year from last year.
Wow.
We were 100% year over year the year before.
How do you keep
it's
up with
becoming
that?
exponential. It's tough. The inventory forecasting, production, it's massive. So you have a lot of cash you have to outlay to get X amount of.
Now
balls
you do
made,
offer
but we have
packages
to.
on Encore.
Yes,
EncoreGolf.com.
you guys haven't left
you
that-
do offer
that plan,
packages where if they buy more, they save more.
Yeah, well, we got loyalty
Loyalty.
programs. We've got the Encore Club. So there's literally never a reason that anyone should have to pay what our full price is for any of the models or anything in the store. Just take the 2 seconds to put your email and sign up for the loyalty, sign up for Club Encore, whatever the case may be. And to your point, we have volume saving too. So, I mean, they're premium golf balls, but you will not have to pay a full premium price if you just take the 2 seconds.
And
to
by
join
the
up.
way, they do have personalization and customization. Visit the website to find out more information about that and what you need to do to get that done. I'll tell you what, they're also a big supporter of Folds of Honor New Mexico.
Yep.
You guys have always been really great with us with that and with the partnership that we have developed with that too. So they give back to charity and,
Yes, they do.
And for outings out there, special discount prices for outings. If you want to order at a mass amount, they'll help you out with that.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
don't need to make money on these outings like charity tournaments, celebrity tournaments, all those things. Our goal is not to make money; it's just to break even, cover our costs. Because again, the value is in all those people playing the golf ball and then just being like, "Wow, I got to come back for more." It pays dividends in spades. Just being able to get somebody to finally try it and everything, and yeah, it's been great. And obviously having guys like Josh as an investor or Zeke Elliott and Charles Schwab. I mean, we're not a little mom and pop shop. We have,
and that's
a
I have this question. This is a what if, but I have this question. If the Dallas Cowboys played the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl next year, who would you root for?
Oh my, come on! I'm from Buffalo, and I talk to Josh like every day. So I mean, I love Zeke. He's great, but I'm close with Josh, and Bills are my team. Even if I didn't know him. So no, I would be like, Zeke, love you, but I hope we kill you.
Hey, Brett, thank you so much for joining us here on Big Golf Talk
We
BGT
appreciate
2.0
you, always.
and 2023. We wish you guys nothing but the best of luck.
We will see you during this show for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
More
Love
to
it.
come. From
Tell
these
your dad
guys.
I said hi. Tell your brother I said hi. And
You bet.
everybody
I'll bring
else.
him by.
All right,
Yes.
sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right,
See you guys.
thanks, Brett.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to wrap it up here on Big's Golf Talk BGT Day 1 from the PGA Show 2023 in Orlando, Florida. And Bill, man, how can this show get better than what it was today?
It can.
Yeah, it can.
Or maybe it can. We're going to try really, really hard. We got Robert Gomez, Encore Golf. We got them all that were here today. It was an amazing day. We have a tad more.
We have new listeners. We have new subscribers. That's what it's all about.
Facebook, thank you.
We want to
Facebook,
grow the
we
game
got
of
them all.
golf, and that's what
Let's
we're here
grow it.
for. And, yeah, let's do this. But, Greg, are you looking forward to the rest of the day? I am. I'm fired up now.
We're looking forward to it. We got to get out of here. We got the next show that's coming up, and we want to take some pictures before we leave. But thank you for listening. Tomorrow's going to be bigger and better. We may even add a third G to that big.
Listen, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And until tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, same place, same channel, BGT 2.0, Biggs Golf Talk. Our website is biggsgolftalk.net or .com, BIGGSgolftalk.net or .com. For Bill the Golf Father Cuevas, for Amanda the Golf Diva Roberts Censor, who can't be here, and for the wisest man in golf, Greg Wise, I'm Big John Quick. Until tomorrow, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. God bless, and you matter.